in there. Oh no. I'm ruined for life now. I might as well just kill myself because I'll never be it's gonna be in there forever now.
It doesn't get worse.
2 minutes in. Not even 2 minutes in.
Not even 2 minutes in.
It's already
well done.
It's already bad.
Well done.
Not even.
Hurts.
We're not even a minute in. It's not even a minute.
I need to sneeze.
Hello, everyone.
Anyway.
On Twitch land.
Welcome to the Beefcast, everybody. On this lovely Saturday afternoon. Joining us this week, we have Mr. Eris. Hello, below me.
Also known as the mistake. Yeah.
The mistake. Just a look of pure dejection on his face.
No, you've had your way with me for the past 10 podcast intros. And this is my time now. This me and Jake. This is our area.
This is our time.
This
is our time.
You cannot touch us here. This is our realm.
Oh. Also joining us this week is Mr. Shiver Bathory, all the way from the UK. Hello.
Good guy. He's a good
Hello.
guy.
And as always, we are your hosts, CCT and Golvac.
Fortunately,
welcome to the Beefcast. In this show, just as a reminder to anybody who's new, this is a general gaming podcast. We might talk about Star Citizen, we might not. This is about all the video games, and there's a lot of video game news this week that we're going to talk about.
Oh yeah.
That comment just made me lose my whole train of thought.
Did.
I don't understand either. I don't know.
Watch it happen.
Ignore it, and maybe it'll go away. That's how I deal with things in life. Just
Well, that sucks.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So we're gonna first talk about the games that we've been playing this week. We haven't been playing too much this week, but thankfully there's a whole boatload of news this week, and we're gonna talk about that and our beefs with that and all that good stuff. There's lots of cool stuff in the news.
But there's
this
a lot
week.
of beef.
There's some real beefy stuff this week as well, so we're gonna talk about that.
so I guess we should get right into what we've been playing.
Yeah, I guess we should.
David,
Just again, as a heads up, this is not inverse, so we might not take we might not take questions from chat, but if something's relevant or hilarious, we'll probably point it out, as I just did. So yeah, welcome to the show, everybody. First things first, Mr. Eris has been playing
multiple video games.
I multiple as in 2, but yes.
Rest of the space video game.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? We already established that we're going to talk about this, but since I asked you to come on the show 2 hours ago, have you been playing anything interesting this week?
Oh god, I've been going over Sid Meier's Beyond Earth with Rising Tide.
Oh, nice.
Arkham Knight, since they had a patch.
Is that better?
Beyond Earth.
Yeah, I didn't like it
getting
that much.
there. It's getting there. It still feels a little bit more like a reskin of Civ 5 without as much mechanics. But it's getting there. It's a step in the right direction.
It's not Alpha Centauri as much as we wanted it to be.
That was such a good game.
Oh.
Oh, I miss that. Arkham Knight, since it's had the patch, and
we'll talk about that later.
bit of Twitcher 3.
Twitcher 3.
The Twitcher thing.
Aye, Twitcher.
Twitcher.
That's probably going to be my project for the next 3 years, is to finish The Witcher 3.
So many question marks, man.
Yep.
My ending of my Witcher 3 journey, I didn't finish it because what happened was I was off in the Skellige part of the storyline, and I was on a boat with Yennefer, and there was a quest where you had to go dive for something. I forget what it was, but I had to go dive and I had to find something. I was in a little magic boat, and it was really kind of a frustrating quest because the water controls aren't really great in that.
Yeah.
And I think there's you have to check 3 points for a magic gin or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There are children out there. You have to
let them like they let them in your vicinity now.
Yeah, it's a problem. I don't know. Ooh, ignore that noise. Ignore that noise.
There are children outside.
That's the alert. It's my ankle bracelet. My anklet. But no.
On a boat with Yennefer.
On a boat with Yennefer, and like I did like the first 2 parts of that quest, and I got to the third one. You had to go dive. They were like 5 minutes long each, and they suck. And then I jumped off the boat, and like my foot caught on the side, and then it teleported me to the top of the map. And I was like, ah! And I fell on my death, and I said, yeah, fuck that, because I spent like the past like 30 minutes doing those first 2 boat quests, and they sucked. I was like, yeah, it's all F4, and I never opened the game again.
Well, I mean...
that was like the only bug I ever seen in that game.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I was like, wow, fuck that. I'm done. I am done. Not having it.
Yeah, so was that all of it, Shiv? All you've been going through this week? For the most part?
Folktale. I don't know if anyone... I doubt anyone has heard of that.
Yeah.
Trent Dane did some of the voices for it.
Yeah, I checked it out when he was talking about it, but I haven't looked at it since.
It's still being built. It's got a lot of potential. A lot of potential. Oh, and Maya. Oh, God, I've been playing so much this week.
Yeah, I actually played some of that too. So we
why don't we talk about that?
All right, so Shiver, what is Maya? He explains the story of Maya, how that came to be.
Enlighten us.
I know the developer's name is Simon Roth because I see his name constantly in my email.
Yes.
Related to Eli Roth?
It's being built in Britain, I believe. It's going to have it's being sort of billed as a Dungeon Keeper 2 in space type affair. Ooh. You're colonizing a planet. You don't have direct control over not your peasants, that's Folktale, your colonists, sorry. But you lay out rooms. You need to make sure they've got all the basics: food, water, probably going to have something for entertainment, and then research, hospitals, and so on. Simulated moods, emotions, even right down to inventories and animations. It's looking like it could be quite good so far. It's buggy as sin, but it's still being made. It's a very small company, as I understand it, and this sort of thing happens, constant breakages with one of the most important units who clears areas for you, so you gather resources to build stuff.
Yeah, I quit after he stood in the corner and didn't do anything for a while.
Yeah. I've had colonists who are obsessed with cuddling him.
So is this just going to be an episode of all the games that Dolak has quit because he got frustrated with them?
No, it's in very, very, very pre-alpha. We should say that. It's been that way for a long time, and I remember when the alpha first released and I tried it. And it was garbage because there's like nothing. It was just like a technical demo, really. And it's come a long way, and I still don't really like it. But I think I might later. The biggest grief I have right now is it's buggy, and that's to be assumed. But the problem I have with it is
Your problem.
I don't know. I completely lost my train of thought because I just read your anecdote there. Is the interface? The interface is really janky. Have you noticed that, Shiver? Like there's no tooltips. Like you have like kind of like 3 main buttons on the bottom that kind of like denote like your main actions, and it does not explain what those are. And by trial and error you'll figure it out. But it's just like how do I do things? And then it's like, how do I scroll? There's no menus. How do I scroll through these things? Oh, I have to hit V. Okay,
And because it's so alpha at the moment, there's no balancing at the moment. So you can, if you take the wrong steps at the very start of the game, screw yourself over without even knowing it. And that gets on your nerves.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very glow sticky.
Yes.
Okay.
Strangely enough, I don't play a whole lot of games in alpha.
No, this is something I assume.
Considering the website I work for. That's weird.
Same thing with Shiver. This is a Kickstarter project from like 3 years ago. 3 or 4, even. I don't know.
I remember seeing the Kickstarter for it when it first happened, and it's one of the few that I didn't back somehow, which is rare because I've backed way too many Kickstarted games, but I didn't back my. I think I've backed like.
This totally
you've still got.
I went to the hospital. I have a wristband for people listening to the audio. I have a wristband on because I went to a concert last night, and this wristband indicates that I'm allowed to drink alcohol. But on stream, it looks like I went to the hospital yesterday.
And on stream, it looks like you're too young to drink alcohol.
Oh, shut up! I'm 24. People can like me again. Yep.
So, can I go into what I was playing this week?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, I started by... I've been playing 2 things only this week. The first one I played is actually a Kickstarter. I've got the prototype for it because INN is news, and they gave us a prototype. So, here's the link to the Kickstarter. It's Infinity Battlescape, which, space sim, big ships, giant solar system to fly around in. It's interesting. I mean, read up on the Kickstarter, see what they're trying to do. It sounds like in the past they had been building something kind of like Star Citizen, a giant, evolving universe that you lived in, but that wasn't working for them, so they've condensed it down into a larger arena commander. So it's a giant arena, which is one entire solar system, and hundreds of people battle it out in that one solar system. That's it. There's no, there's no story. There's no real, persistence or economy or any of that stuff. It's all in these matches, but it sounds like matches will last days because it's a huge solar system that you're playing around in. Anyway, so I've got the
it's
prototype.
Arena Commander meets Alterac Valley. That's what you're saying.
I guess, yeah. Right. It's
cool.
We'll see how it pans out. I've been playing the prototype, and honestly, the prototype is very simple. You've got one ship that you can kind of fly around in, and you can shoot. I haven't really figured anything else out for it yet. I haven't put too much time into it, but you know what? Spawning outside in a space station and flying through the space station, it actually looks gorgeous. And then flying to a planet all the way down to the planet and flying along the planet's surface as trees and stuff are there on the it's a really good looking game, and it's a prototype right now. The prototype's just to show that their engine works. It shows a lot of promise. It's really early. It's still in Kickstarter. I genuinely hope that they reach their goal. I'm hoping I can actually play a tiny bit of it on Eris Hour on Monday. I'm gonna try to stream some of it, but it's an arena shooter kind of, but it's a giant one. I normally don't like arena shooters. I backed Descent, but I don't like Descent. Isn't really my type of game.
I still have to check that out.
Yeah, but this honestly, this to me sounds like when it's done, it'll be a larger version of the other game I've been playing this week. The other thing I've been playing this week has been a lot of World of Warships, because I just found out that World of Warships exists, and now I can't stop playing it.
Such is usually the case.
So, I'm vaguely familiar with World of Warplanes and World of Tanks, and their free-to-play model. How is the free-to-play model in this? Is it the same thing?
Same thing, but I honestly haven't had much of a problem with it. I mean, if you pay money, you get things faster, but I haven't really felt like I've had enough fun so far with the progression that I haven't felt like I'm stalled in progressing. It's fun. I like blowing up ships with other ships. It's nice.
What's your favorite kind of ship to use in game so far?
Aircraft carrier. I went straight to the aircraft carrier, and I actually love it, even though it's kind of difficult. I'm very much enjoying the aircraft carrier and battleship, big guns and airplanes. So
interesting.
So yeah, I've been playing a lot of that. That's those two have been my week. I'm going to be playing more Infinity Battlescape probably later today and tomorrow. Hoping I can stream some of it on Monday, and then I'm hoping to write up an article about it for INN on during the week.
Do we know anything about the embargo on that? Take video.
I believe
I've seen video of it out there from other people.
They've been giving it to they've been giving it mainly to Twitch streamers and people that will do videos and Twitch of it, because they are trying to get people to talk about the game and people to see that the game's there. Like they need some publicity, and honestly, I think that the prototype is extremely good publicity. It's not finished. It's very, very early, but what it shows and what they've got as a prototype, probably, you know, a year or two well in advance of any actual game, it looks good. It's pre-alpha, and for pre-alpha, it's gorgeous. So
cool.
Yeah. I recommend that people look into it, because it looks like it will be worthwhile.
Yeah. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah. Should I talk about what I played this week?
You probably should.
I only played one game this week because I didn't have a whole lot of time. A new filthy casual game that's gonna be.
It's gonna be a lot of that.
I'm gonna be the only one who plays console games on this freaking show. This is probably what it's gonna end up being. I played Halo 5. I'm a huge Halo fan. I've liked it since the beginning, and yeah, you can voice your disappointment. I have a few gripes with it, but honestly, it is 100% the most beautiful, well-running console game I've ever played.
It's 60 FPS, yeah?
What?
It's 60 FPS, yeah?
It is locked at 60 FPS.
Is it 1080p as well? Or is it 720?
It's 1080p. Basically, how they did it is if there's ever a time where performance will chug, the resolution will scale down slightly to maintain the frame rate. And it's so unnoticeable. Like, it's a genius idea that more developers need to use. Instead of letting the frame rate drop during like high performance things. This even counts for PC games. Like if you lock it to like 120 FPS and it drops down to like 90, I'd rather you drop the resolution instead of the frame rate. It's such a great idea, and I've only really noticed it like once. And it was when I blew up 2 wraiths and a few ghosts all at the same time. So it was all those particle effects all at once. And but yeah, like it's in terms of like its gameplay and its mechanics, it is it's the best Halo game ever. It's the first Halo game to have ADS, which is pretty nice. The combat
I was interested by the whole side strafing thing. That actually vaguely.
Yeah. So they're like, hey, you know how every first-person shooter has this crazy like mobility element to it now, and everyone really likes it. Like Titanfall, Call of Duty, they're all doing it.
Here's ours, and yeah.
Yeah. So basically, if you jump to a ledge, if you hit the jump button right when you get to the ledge, if you don't make the jump, you'll grab the ledge and pull yourself up onto the ledge. You also have boosters on your back now, so you can dash with like a slight cooldown. You can also charge melee, so if you're sprinting, you're actually being aided by the boosters on your back. So if you melee while you're sprinting, you like charge like full force, like full jets into the enemy and just destroy them. What's really cool is that if you jump and then ADS, your thrusters will fire on your suit, and you'll hover there for a second. So you'll hover there while you're aiming, so you can make the shot while you're in the air.
Warframe does that already.
I know, but that's who cares? It's awesome.
No, it's I'm glad that they're changing it up a tiny bit and adding more to Halo, because it's
a tiny bit is an understatement, because this is the first like super different feeling Halo that I've ever played. So I've only played a little bit of the campaign. I only got through the first 2 missions of that so far, because me and my wife are playing that together. Not split screen, which I'll get into in a second.
Yeah.
But mostly I've been playing the multiplayer. So they have like all the standard multiplayer modes that you would expect out of Halo, like Slayer, Free for all those. And they're gonna add more, because they always do. Halo 4 actually had a time where every week for like 6 months they would add like a variant on a game mode, which is awesome. It kept it fresh for so long. I played Halo 4 for quite a while.
Left 4 Dead 2 did that as well, and it was a lot of like it was great in Left 4 Dead 2.
I think more games should do that.
Something to change it up and make it so that you're always playing something new.
Yeah. The mode that I really was impressed with, though, is this, like, when you hit multiplayer, it's like Arena, Firefight, and Warzone. Warzone is the new mode to Halo, and what it is it's massive teams. It's 12v12, which is huge for Halo. And you're fighting each other over this huge map. There's, like, capture points and, like, typical FPS style, but all those capture points have different things. So like heavy weapons will spawn in some of the capture points, so you can pick up the heavy weapons. And it's all point based. It's not like the capture points don't matter. They earn you points, but they don't, like, it's not first to capture all the points wins, or whoever holds them the longest wins. It's all points. So kills earn you points. Capturing the bases earn you points, and there's NPC enemies throughout the map, which also give you points. And then every once in a while, like a huge, like, giant boss level NPC will drop on the map, like probably like 2 or 3 times during the match, and they're worth an insane amount of points. So whoever kills them could turn the tide of the battle.
So it's Dota.
It's Dota and how Titanfall did their multiplayer.
Okay.
Which I thought it's awesome. It's
even if you're absolute garbage,
I thought it was going to be.
So even if you're garbage, you can feel like you're not absolute garbage.
Right, exactly. Because you
when does it come out on PC?
The Prometheans.
Never ever.
When does it let you use a control system that's anyway? No, it's back when I had a 360. I actually enjoyed Halo a lot. Right, like
I've never played a Halo game.
They're good games. Bungie did a really good job at figuring out FPS combat, and
there are children in my yard, like literally right under this window. I have to go figure this out. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Dolvac's about to be murdered by children.
So I have to, like, give all kinds of respect to Halo, just because they are the reason why FPSs are popular again.
We're just in my yard playing with my dog. All right.
They started why FPSs became popular again. It was Halo and Counter-Strike. Because after Unreal and Quake kind of died off, like,
there was nothing really there.
So, and then Halo showed up, and Counter-Strike.
Halo did the same thing for it as GoldenEye did. Like, GoldenEye started 4-player split-screen couch FPS.
Console,
and
yes. I think it just brought FPS to a new generation of players for maybe not the first time, but it was certainly the biggest time to do it on the Xbox. I mean, because even Halo 1 came out on the PC.
It did, but it came out a while after, and it was it was a gimped experience. I mean, Halo 1 was, you needed to you needed to play it with people that you were sitting with. Like, the most fun I had...
Speak for yourself, man. Dude, like, Halo CE on PC, pretty good.
It's pretty good.
The most fun I ever had in Halo was America versus... Do you remember the level that was, like, 2 battle cruisers side by side, and there was a giant
I remember nothing
gap in space between them? Timing it so that you're running along, someone puts the plasma grenade on the floor and then one on your foot, and the one on the floor explodes just as you jump off the side, propelling you, and then the next one explodes. We had races to see who would be the first country to make it across to the other. Like, that was... No one played Halo for Halo. You played it for having fun with friends.
Yep. And
like, I understand that the new one doesn't have that.
Yeah, well, again, I'll get to that.
Okay.
And there's a recent news article about that, too. I have to talk about all the good things of Halo, because there's a lot of really great things about this game. The campaign is freaking spectacular and ridiculous. And the opening cutscene is like the opening cutscene of the second Avengers movie, but replace the Avengers with Spartans.
Okay.
It's like that level of like them like destroying an entire battlefield of people, all like perfectly synced, and it's so good. And a lot of the secondary characters are really great too. Nathan Fillion is he plays Buck. His likeness is also used in the game. He was awesome in Halo 3 ODST, so I'm glad they brought him back. As a Spartan this time, he's not an ODST. But it's a really cool campaign so far. It's the search for Cortana, so I'm excited to finish it. One other thing about the game is that it does have microtransactions. However,
it's like for the Titanfall card thing, right?
Yes, exactly. It's very similar to that system. The reason why they're doing it is very smart. One of the reasons why a lot of multiplayer shooters die off in their later months is they release map packs, which splinters the community into people who bought the map packs and people who didn't. Halo is releasing all their map packs for free.
Good idea, actually.
Yep.
I mean, that works well.
So what would happen, and how they structured it before, is the cost of the map packs would support the live team that supports the game after launch. In this case, it's going to be microtransactions. Now, I messed around with it a little bit, and I wanted to see how much like I would earn. Basically, there's one pack there's a pack for like $1. There's a pack for like $5, and there's a pack for like $10. And then there's like a big pack that I think you can only buy once for $25. It's like a Kickstart Halo 5. It's like a DLC thing, basically. Because there's like... basically how Warzone works is that you always start with an AR and a pistol, unless you earn the card that unlocks a weapon permanently, and then you get cards that you can use in the game temporarily. So like for this life, I get a rocket launcher.
Right.
And then I die, and then I don't have the rocket launcher. Things like that. And then sometimes you'll unlock things permanently. Like some cards are vehicles, like you could spawn a Warthog or a Banshee or something. Honestly, like the $5 pack, like the middle one, I earned enough. Ironically, it's called Rec. But it's
That's
already
good.
Q because it's requisition packs.
Okay.
I earned the middle one after 2 matches.
That's not bad.
So it's Like,
Yeah.
it's there for the people who want it, but you earn that crap like so fast.
Which is important. It can never feel like you're handicapped.
It's there for the people who don't have the time to earn it.
Yeah, which is
how it should be.
Yeah, which is hopefully how. I mean, hopefully that's.
Or maybe you get rid of that entire mechanic, and it's actually a completely flawed idea in the first place. And if you didn't have the whole idea, then the idea is causing a problem that doesn't need to exist.
No, because the idea is. I think the idea is helping a problem that has existed for a long time. Of, yeah, you know what? I bought Battlefield 4 for $70, and wait, now 3 months later, you expect me to pay another $30 for a bunch of maps, and then another $30 4 months down the road, and I have to keep buying.
No season pass.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because there's no map packs. All the map packs are free.
Oh,
I'm
with it then. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm on board.
I'd rather not have to buy map because I just bought a season pack for Fallout 4, and you know what? I'd rather there be microtransactions in Fallout 4 for things like the lunch boxes like you had in Fallout Shelter that people could buy if they want to, and whatever DLC was like. I know Fallout 4 won't do it because it's not multiplayer. It doesn't need to, but but like. No, I think that's actually a genius idea.
If it's done properly, and it's like, we are doing this in order to make other things that are really important to the community freely available. Like, that's...
honestly,
I'd rather not have them at all, obviously. But if you're going to have them...
Yeah.
This is
I'm hoping that that's how Star Citizen does it as well, honestly. I mean...
What's that?
Like how UEC packs work.
Yeah, like I'm really hoping
it's going
that's
to be
the way
something similar than that. Yeah.
Yeah. It
is
like
do this or subscription fee. I'd rather have that.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that.
If people want to spend, they're more than welcome to, as long as they don't have to.
Yep.
All right. So that's Halo.
No, one more thing. The beef.
The beef.
All right.
It is literally the only beef I have with this game.
It's only on... Oh, wait, no. That's not going to be it.
I've said it many a time.
Obvious
if it's
aside.
first party,
I know.
exclusive, that's fine. My beef is that this is the first Halo game to not be split screen. And especially on consoles, that sucks. Do you know what's even worse? The campaign is structured, it's squad based. You have 3 AI companions through the entire campaign. So
It works for them, though.
And there is co-op, right?
yeah, online co-op.
Yeah.
You can play the campaign co-op, but I don't want to buy my wife an Xbox One
And the game.
another copy of Halo and Xbox Live in order to play this. It sucks. Like, I understand to an extent, like, beef, this is how much I understand. Beef, how much I understand.
I don't even understand it. Just
No.
accept... They did it so that there's no loss in FPS, right?
Right.
Just
And
sacrifice
the problem
FPS
is-
for split screen.
The problem is, okay, the first thing, Halo 5 is on a brand new engine. Brand new. This is the first game to ever be on this engine. They tied the physics to the frame rate like ding-dongs. Which is why they can't put the split screen in later at a decreased frame rate. That being said, because, like, the engine is beautiful and it works amazingly and it's one of the best game engines I've ever seen, but honestly, like, the entire community has been screaming, like, if we could play this game at 30 FPS split screen, 60 FPS not split screen, that would be just fine.
Well, you have to understand. I mean, yeah, 60 FPS for a console game is amazing.
It's incredible.
But you know what? Console gamers are
But
used
it shouldn't
to not...
be. It shouldn't be. That should not be incredible. That should be
It
standard.
shouldn't. But console games have been, 30 to 45 FPS forever. They're used to it.
Well, and like think about this: the art direction of Halo has always been incredible. Like the graphics in Halo have always been fantastic for their time.
They use the system well.
Imagine that at 60 FPS.
How does it feel to play at 60 FPS compared to 30?
Awesome.
I hear some people are having issues with the FOV. Have you had any issues with that? I'm hearing some people have had issues with that.
No.
Is it just standard like 60 something?
90?
Yeah, I think it's like 70 or 80.
David, no. Console games do not have 90 FOV. That's not It's probably like 50 or 60.
It's high for a console game.
All right.
But
65, 70.
Also, the guns are huge. So. Well, I mean, the guns should be huge because they're Spartan weapons.
That's just a ploy.
There's a new gun.
I feel like everything you said.
A rifle that shoots rockets.
Okay. I feel like everything you said seems really good, but the lack of split screen and there's
a lot of people who didn't buy it. There's a lot of people who are Halo fans that did not buy this game.
Yeah, I don't think I would. If I had the console, I don't think I'd buy it because you know what? I would want Halo for two things. The main story, which I'll play through once and never need to do it again. Guess what? I'll rent it for that. If I'm gonna buy Halo, I want it to sit and play Halo at a party, like have friends over, drink and play Halo. I can't? You're telling me I can't even do that?
Yeah,
screw it.
Sucks.
What the hell's the point?
That's always been one of the best appeals for a console is the fact that you can buy one, take it home, whack a game in, it works, and it does everything you need it to. Taking away a feature like that for a console is quite a thing.
Yeah, and it's like Halo is the premier split screen couch co-op game. Like
it's what it was.
It's one of the best. If not the best.
Mario Kart.
Yeah.
That's like neck and neck, man.
Mario Kart, man. Come on.
Dude, Griffball split screen is so fun.
Okay.
But anyway.
You know what? Yeah.
The thing about this game, and it's so like heartbreaking because this game is so good. And it surprised me how good this game is. I really like Halo, but I'm like in this game. My wife was like looking at me while I was playing the game. My jaw was on the floor. Like, it's just an absolutely beautiful game. And the combat feels visceral. All the guns have like this extra weight to it. Do you know what it is? It's part of the design of the game, but the Xbox One has those haptic feedback triggers, so they rumble when you shoot, just like for like a split second. So it feels like you're shooting the gun, and like it gives it like this extra weight. Like all the weapons feel way better than they ever have. The ADS changes everything. Like it's there's this gun.
Should we like stop talking about Halo now?
I'm wrapping it up. There's this gun where like you have it like it's a rifle. It's got like a little scope on it. When you pull it up to ADS, the scope like dissembles and becomes like a thing around your head with a targeting reticule. It's awesome.
It sounds like they've got a lot of cool gimmicks. They've got a game that's fun to play, and then they handicapped it by not...
That's not what I said. This game is
fantastic.
What it sounds like. The one problem with it is the lack of split screen.
Yeah.
That is what I'm saying. This game is unbelievably good. And
it just seems like that's a pretty big handicap for a Halo game.
I
agree,
but I'm still freaking enjoying it. So,
Jake, real quick, you've been playing Destiny. Destiny gameplay, Halo 5 gameplay. Which one? Just don't compare. Don't compare them. Just you have to choose one. Gameplay, not like how the game is built. Just like
Am I counting
shoot
Which is it more
face.
fun to shoot things
Shoot
in?
people in the face.
Halo.
All right.
Halo has better melee mechanics.
All right.
That has nothing to do with shooting.
No. That's what I was asking.
It's part of the.
I know,
It's part
I
of
know.
the. You have an energy sword.
All right.
Energy
No
sword.
more Halo.
We never
No
got
more
to
Halo.
Go back. What have you been playing this week?
I've been
That's
playing
it.
Squad.
Halo.
I've been
Really?
playing Squad.
Squad. How is it?
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Probably no one here has interest in it because it's a military sim. It's like Arma, which is Arma is my favorite game of all time because it's fantastic. Squad's very good too. It's made by the guys who made Project Reality.
Is it anything like Insurgency?
Yes, but it's a little bit more hardcore. It feels kind of like that, like the movement. It was a Kickstarter game made by the guys who made the original Project Reality mod, which was a Battlefield 2 mod, which then became an Arma mod, and then this is their own kind of game, all right? But they've been making this kind of thing. They've been making milsim stuff for years, and they have experience, and it's quite good. It's on Unreal 4. Has insane particle effects. Every bullet you fire, the casing falls on the ground and has its own physics and can like roll down hills and stuff. And then like if you have like a group of people firing machine guns, you have like a pile of just like casings, and your FPS will go very much down when you look at it. But it's quite fun. They're constantly adding stuff. We're getting vehicles soon. I think actually might just got them the other day.
I've been thinking I want to pick it up, but I'm actually kind of scared off it because of Arma. Now,
so it's much simpler than Arma. It's
not the simple that I'm worried about. It's the does it work?
Yeah,
because Arma is a great game. That's a concept for a game that doesn't. It doesn't. Arma doesn't work.
Arma works. That's bullshit. I will debate to the end of time.
Yeah, Arma works.
It works. Yeah. Say Arma does not work.
Arma does not work.
So you're saying that there are features in that game that do not function and have never functioned, because that's what do not work mean.
Okay, it's broken. Arma is very, very broken.
And I wouldn't say that. I'd say buggy, not broken.
I'd say buggy to the point of broken. My question is...
Broken means non-functional.
It's a very playable game.
It functions.
It functions. It's just... It's so janky.
It's jank.
It doesn't mean it's broken.
Okay, but you know what I'm saying, though. Like, does Squad have that same level of jank? It's more polished than Arma.
It has. Oh yes, it has. That's because the engine. It's on Unreal 4.
Yeah.
It has that milsim kind of slowness to it, but it's not like jank at all. It's
I don't
smooth.
know. Is Unreal 4 or Frostbite 3 the better engine?
I like Unreal 4.
Frostbite.
But,
I like the sound engine in Frostbite a lot.
Frostbite's so good.
Frostbite. I like the destruction.
All right, so you mean the lack of destruction?
What?
Yeah, it's only it says destructible terrain. It's like that wall there, that wall there.
It's all preset.
At least some of it is, though. I like that some of it is.
Yeah, I played Red Faction many years ago, and most of it was.
Anyway.
But it maxed out. So anyway.
Squad. Yeah, it's quite good. There's a few game modes right now. It's pretty simple. The in-game voice is very, 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 very good. If anyone has ever used Acre or Task Force Radio in Arma, you know what I'm talking about. Or even the in-game chat in Project Reality, where like the let's say you're here and I'm here, and like you use your in-game voice chat. It doesn't sound like a global thing. There's no server global stuff. It sounds like you're right here, right? And then if you want to use your radio, you can use different channels on your radio. And there's actually a voice filter that makes you sound like you're talking through a radio. If you go too far out of range, you will have like a garbled signal until you come back, but you can still kind of hear them, and then you kind of try to piece it together. And then like if you like go up really high, your signal will go farther and stuff like that. If you're in like a gully, you'll have worse reception. It's really cool. Communication's one of the best parts of that game. It feels good. It plays good. There's not enough content in it to be worth the amount of money they're asking for it right now. But it's heavily alpha right now. It is buggy, but it's not
saying that there's going to be a $30 package in December.
Yeah, that I would go for.
That sounds pretty great.
Yeah,
$30. I recommend that.
At $60, it's like like I couldn't even justify Arma 3 at $60.
I didn't pay $60 for Arma.
I did.
You tell me Squad's 30 and I'll go in on it.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good game. Cool. I will play quite a bit of it. Yeah. There's no music. It's kind of weird though.
Have you been playing anything else this week, or that it?
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Can I
take a break?
Can I ask one question before we take a break and go to news?
Maybe.
Sure.
Of things coming out in the next month or two, what are you each looking forward to most?
Ship, go.
Come back to me last. I've got to think if there's anything coming out.
I don't know. You can't bring me on that. Fallout. That's the only thing I really care about. Like Assassin's Creed. Ooh, I love my Assassin's Creed.
You're not going to play Legacy of the Void, you heathen?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, I already own that. I can play it right now.
I can play it right now too.
I forgot about that because I've been playing. I don't know. It's on my computer.
CCT.
Fallout. Duh. Legacy of the Void. Duh. Overwatch. Blizzard.
Yeah.
Give me code.
We have no idea when that.
We're not gonna be in there in the next 2 months.
No. We don't matter enough.
And
no one knows anyone at Blizzard.
I think that's it. Am I forgetting anything?
David?
Nope.
I want Fallout. I really do want to play Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I know that makes me a horrible person, but I also want Tomb Raider. The last Tomb Raider was amazing.
Fastcart says no one wants Tomb Raider ? It's coming out only for Xbox One next month. However, it'll be out on Steam in the spring. So.
Which, when it's out on Steam, 100% buying it. I really want Tomb Raider.
Timed exclusives I'm also okay with because Microsoft paid for it, and that probably made this game possible. So
Assassin's Creed Syndicate is a timed exclusive as well. Like it came out on consoles before PC. I'm okay with it.
Timed exclusive. It's a Ubisoft being Ubisoft.
Yeah, it's Ubisoft. But as long as I get it on PC eventually, I'm okay. It's the never getting it on PC that pisses me off. Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, Just Cause.
Yeah, Just Cause.
What about Just Cause 3?
I think it's Just Cause. Just kind of like, I'll play that when it's out. I don't really care about it.
I'm gonna play.
Like,
it.
If someone said we're never making another Just Cause game, I'd be like, all right.
Just Cause for me has always been like, it's on sale for $20. Okay.
We could blow some shit up and not play the story. I'll pick that up for cheap. The story of Just Cause 2, you're an insane person.
Wait, it had a story?
You're playing that game wrong if you played the story, if you played the entirety of that campaign. You played that game incorrectly.
All right, I got it. Wait, I got it. The new Roller Coaster Tycoon game.
Yes!
And
XCOM 2. Looks so good!
And what?
XCOM 2. Yeah. I'm down with that.
That got pushed to the spring, though.
Yeah,
but yes.
We don't like to talk. Thanks.
So we're taking a few minute break.
End it.
Yeah.
End it all.
We're gonna take a quick break. Yeah.
What are we doing? What are we doing for the break? I'm good. I'll keep talking.
No. No.
Okay.
I'm not allowing you to.
We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back. We're gonna talk about the stuff that went on for Paris Games Week this week. There's lots of stuff. And there's some other news we're gonna talk about, like Batman being a piece of crap. And we're also gonna give away a closed alpha key to Total War Arena. So if you guys want one of those, you better stick around. And we'll be back in just a few. Talk to you guys soon.
We're having a vigorous conversation about the
it was vigorous
merits of piracy, and you've
vigorous.
I mean, we have a podcast. Why don't you talk about the
I will. We were actually talking about
He's got beef.
pirating stuff.
So
I've got
update on the children.
okay. The children outside. Yes.
Solvax Kid Minute. Here we go. So
That's
the kids,
wrong.
the kids outside were having a Halloween party in our yard. I don't.
Whoa.
And
I
these
don't-
that you don't know them, that they're
No.
just strange children
They-
that have appeared in your yard.
They just picked your yard.
Is your house
Right.
made of gingerbread?
Maybe.
Okay.
So to kick off the second half of the podcast, I brought with me this.
Oh no.
This, in case you didn't know, is that weird wine vodka weirdness that
Oh yeah.
that does that. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
So how is it?
I don't know. I'm gonna find out right now. My wife had some, as you could tell.
Wait. I have a question. Fast.
Is she still breathing?
Do we
Yeah.
gain an hour or lose an hour today?
We gained an
Oh
hour.
god, I don't even know.
Awesome.
I just watched this, but I don't know if you can see it. But someone got this for us. It's glasses. It's a Dalek with a wedding veil on,
Nice.
and our anniversary.
That's awesome.
So,
So
I
we
had
were
one
talking
with
about
a
piracy.
TARDIS and a top hat. but
I think we should talk about piracy. Maybe not this week because we got too much news. But I think we should make piracy a discussion topic next week.
Also, you did just admit to admit to a crime there.
Yeah.
It's only a crime if he didn't buy
Don't
the
do that.
game.
No, we'll actually talk
Which
about
I'm
that
sure
new
he did.
ruling on
Yeah.
game preservation that just happened.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
We'll talk about that next week.
With the DRM server stuff.
Yeah,
That's actually cool.
there's a lot of interesting stuff with piracy and
All right,
DRM.
here we go.
Next week.
Next
All right.
week.
What's it like?
Yeah.
Down it. Down it.
Is he old enough to do that?
I don't think
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
What's it like?
Someone call the police. There's an underage drinking going
It
on.
tastes like a really fruity wine,
So it's an ice wine.
like super fruity,
Ice
Sweet.
wine.
sweet.
Sweet. No.
That's been spiked.
Ice wine.
Because there is vodka in this. It's not bad.
So what are we going to be covering
Okay.
in this second half of our show?
Yeah, I'm married.
Yeah, that's
Someone
that's what he tells everyone. He really has a crush on his babysitter, and he just tells everyone that it's a problem.
It's just the ring from his latest victim.
Okay, so news.
Yep.
News.
So news. So if
Paris
anybody
Games
didn't
Week.
know, France, Paris has their very own little game convention called Paris Games Week, and this is actually the very first time that Sony had a press conference at
Paris Games Week. It's also the first time anyone ever cared about Paris Games Week.
Correct.
Yeah, I did. It was a
I
thing.
mean, it's cool because there's a lot of really cool stuff that came out of this show. So we'll talk about it, and there's a lot.
I think
of
we've got
news.
like 5 minutes for each one because there are so many things to talk.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's some that will go long, and there's some that aren't even
Yeah.
worth talking about, really.
I went a little mad, like when I wrote this at like 3 a.m. last night, and all my inane comments.
I kind of like the comments.
Yeah,
Like
like the
Detroit. Let's start off with Detroit because the Detroit comment is, "I'm sure it totally won't be bad, right, David Cage?"
All right, you guys go ahead and talk about it because I have my opinions on David Cage games.
okay.
Beautiful.
It looks very
Bad.
no. The CGI trailer, yes, David. The CGI trailer looks very good for that game. So if you don't know what that was, it was like Detroit. You're an android girl trying to deal with android feels. That's it. It's probably gonna be really pretentious.
It's
David
iRobot in
Cage
game
game.
form.
It's a David Cage game, so it's gonna be pretty freaking pretentious, and no one really likes his games.
If there's some actual gameplay behind it this time, it'll be good. But Heavy Rain didn't really have any.
Oh,
gameplay,
I like Heavy Rain.
Jason.
Press X to Jason.
Jason.
Press X to Jason. Okay, CCT, tell us how we're all wrong.
You're not wrong. Everyone's entitled to their opinions.
Unless they're wrong opinions.
I really like most of David Cage's games. Beyond Two Souls was pretty much the exception to that. I feel the first half of the game was really great, and then it just...
Name one that's not insanely flawed on a deep, core, fundamental level.
That being, like, my favorite game of all time is Kingdom Hearts 2, and that game is flawed.
Do you want to know?
Oh yeah, okay, I'll give you that. My favorite game is Arma. Whatever. You take
like, the flaws
Neverwinter Nights
are there.
Neverwinter Nights had no flaws. Neverwinter Nights was perfect. No, but here's my problem with David Cage games: is I feel like they'd be much better served as a movie than as a game.
Yeah. There's certain things about it that I like the interactivity a lot in certain aspects. At its core, do what it is. They're modern day adventure games.
Yeah. Yeah.
But adventure games have humor and fun, or maybe not always, but like adventure games were. Actually, I hate adventure games because you have to try and get into the mind of the developer.
Yes, very cerebral games, just like David Cage's stuff by the look of things. You know, it's meant to get in there, and that's where the game's going on, is in your imagination rather than on the screen. I know you paid a lot of money, but
Heavy Rain is his best game. And
Heavy Rain, David Cage games and adventure games, you're right. They're pretty much the same in that they're all better if you just watch the Let's Play of it.
We really can't have this conversation for much longer looking at this list. Just
I know.
That.
Yeah.
Well, Detroit is one of the bigger ones. We can. There's a few that we can.
It
skip.
looks really good.
Like, it looks like an interesting premise. I'll give it a chance, David Cage.
Yeah.
You strange freak of nature.
I'm excited for it. One thing I do want to comment on is that this originally started as a tech demo for the new PlayStation hardware. Actually, the facial animations were run as a tech demo, and it was actually Kara, the main character in this game, realizing that she could feel for the first time. Yeah. She's an android, by the way, not like. And
not a psychopath. It was
just going to be a tech demo. They weren't gonna make a game on it, but everyone really liked that tech demo and they thought it was a cool premise. So they're like, why not? Let's make a game.
I have a question though.
Yep. Or PS3, right? Fast Cart's right. It's tech demo.
Do we have any idea when it's gonna come out?
Nope.
I
think there's.
So it's probably a year or two away. Fine.
I'd say 2017.
Yeah. So probably a year or two away. Here's my question. Yeah, that's fine. What the hell's the point of it when Cyberpunk 20?
Out in 2019.
No. 2017.
Oh, yeah. They haven't even started yet.
Yes, they have. They've been working on it since before Witcher 3 wrapped up.
No.
Yep.
They did some preliminary work.
I'm calling 2018 for Cyberpunk at the earliest.
Same premise. One has a gameplay.
Yeah, but they might be entirely different games.
Well, no, David, you can't say that. You can't say that one has gameplay. They're both the exact same stage right now. We've seen one CG trailer from both of them. You can't be this was better because you like the company more. Like what? Well, it's a different genre.
Unfair.
It's not the Witcher. It's a completely different genre of thing. You can't be like, well, this has gameplay. You're not in the know. What are you talking about?
I don't like Witcher anyway. I don't like either of them. So I'm
get out.
Bullshit.
We can do that. That's the rule. Oh, excellent.
Anyway.
Man, beef. I have beef.
No, honestly,
it's bullshit.
It's interesting that they're probably going to come out around the same time talking about the same kind of thing, and it'll be interesting.
Maybe.
That's all.
Deus Ex is also coming out, so there's that. Anyway. Speaking of CCT being right about release dates, there was a new trailer for No Man's Sky that they talked about.
Go with the order, dang it. God.
No. That was too good of a segue. It was too good.
It's June 2016 now.
June 2016. It's another bog standard trailer. You know our opinions on this by now.
It'll be fun.
Everyone thought it was going to come out like this week or in 2 weeks.
I thought
are stupid.
I actually thought it was 2015. They showed gameplay of it. Like
They've
Like,
showed gameplay, but they haven't shown a game
not
yet.
gameplay. No, they showed live gameplay on a TV show that was, I assume, it was implied that it was live at least.
I have serious concerns about that Colbert demo.
Anyway,
yeah,
we've talked to death about No Man's Sky.
Okay, no more.
Yeah,
okay. Uncharted.
I got one quick thing about No Man's Sky.
No.
One. All right.
Okay, one.
All right. Watch the Weeble and Bob video on it.
Okay, you can go.
Weeble and Bob video. Watch it. Oh.
All right, that's it.
No Man's Sky coming out when I thought it was going to.
Oh well, you're all so much smarter than us, Jake.
Yep.
You're so much
Fact.
better. You're so much better.
I'm the one who's hosting
Fuck
a
you,
show on the
Jake.
internet. I'm obviously smarter than everyone else.
I can leave this right now, and I can fuck.
You know what? Okay, so Uncharted 4.
Uncharted 4.
I can hit one button, and this whole show just goes down.
Uncharted 4.
Uncharted 4 is coming out in March. They locked down the release date for that.
Nathan Drake is shooting people in the balls.
But the trailer for that they showed off in this presentation was actually the multiplayer, which looks interesting. It's like
it's weird. I don't know. There's
okay. So if you've played Uncharted before, there's like a slight supernatural element to every Uncharted game.
Yeah,
and they just completely embraced it for the multiplayer.
At one point, a guy throws like a tiki idol. The tiki idol grows to like 2 stories tall. That proceeds to black hole soul suck everybody into it.
Yep. And
I don't know. Okay, Uncharted apparently.
Chloe turns into the freaking fire zombies from Uncharted 3.
I liked Uncharted. Like I've played all the Uncharted games so far, and I've always liked them until they get to the supernatural element. And I've always felt that it's the supernatural element that kind of takes away from the gameplay. And
Uncharted 2 is hands down top 5 best game last generation.
Yeah, it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Until it got to the supernatural stuff, and it was like, ugh.
It was very subtle in Uncharted 2.
It was more...
It wasn't as pronounced as it was in 3 or 1.
1 was bad.
1 was just bad.
I loved 1 up until the supernatural part, and the supernatural part hit, and I was like, okay, this is no longer fun, guys. Like, What have you done? What have you done?
Anyway,
yeah,
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo.
Does anyone here
sports?
Does anyone here care about Gran Turismo at all?
No.
No. Either. I don't like racing games.
I love racing games.
The only cool thing out of that I thought was cool, and I might actually try it just because that sounds cool. It's made for PlayStation VR.
Yeah,
that sounds cool.
Honestly, if you're gonna make like a racing game that doesn't have VR support now, I think that's a mistake.
Dumb.
Yeah.
I want to drive a Ferrari.
The genre is made for that. That's what that made for.
I've only ever played racing games for one thing, and that is the track from Top Gear. If it doesn't have the track from Top Gear for me to drive around on, I don't care.
Or unless it's Burnout Paradise.
Alright. Tekken 7.
Tekken 7 and
Tekken.
Street Fighter 5.
5. More fighter games. Woo!
More
Tekken
fighting games.
Tekken 7 got announced. Street Fighter 5 got a release date and new additions to the roster.
And Street Fighter 5 is coming.
I don't really care about any fighting games other than Dive Kick and Smash Brothers. I'm just not that.
Smash Brothers.
I like that Street Fighter is coming to PC. That is interesting to me.
The only problem with it coming to PC is you don't need any beat 'em up game on the PC because there's Mugen. If you've got Mugen, you've got every beat 'em up ever made ever.
I'm inclined to
PC
agree
beat 'em up.
So we got Dreams. I actually want to talk about
Street Fighter 4 was on PC, by the way.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least one of the like the remix ones they did.
All right.
But yes.
Dreams. It's the new project from Media Molecule, which is the company who made Little Big Planet.
Do we know anything at all about it yet?
We know what they've shown us in the trailers. A couple, like, basically, it's a completely free-form creation tool.
It's 3D Little Big Planet, but not video gamey.
Yeah, but it could be made to be video gaming.
Yeah, they showed some of that off. Like they
Yeah.
made like soccer and stuff.
There's like a racing game. There's like all kinds of stuff. What's really cool about it is like go check out the trailer. Like we can try to describe it, but you really have to see it.
Yeah, it's very weird. It's puppets and like. I actually kind of want to try it. I normally don't go for I don't normally go for the artsy games. I'd go for that. Looks weird.
But the cool thing about it that I thought was really interesting was it's there's no pre-made assets in the game.
Well, there are, but like they're all made. Yeah, there are.
No.
They were putting down pre-made trees there pretty easily, man.
That a person made.
Yeah, probably.
Not
that
develop,
game,
like
that game. I will have a monetary bet with you right now that when that game launches, there will be on the disc some prefab choices. There won't just be nothing. There won't just be just. There will be prefabs.
But you can make it yourself just as easily.
Yeah, but that's not what you said. You said there were none.
But there's no assets.
Nah, you can't talk yourself out of that. It's not what you said.
I'm just quoting Media
Beef!
I'm quoting what they said.
You all heard him lie. He lied to you.
There was no exchange of money. The bet did not take place.
You trusted him. He lied.
Why did you trust me?
So, Robinson.
Okay.
Okay.
And you forgot a couple games on this list, by the way.
No, we're going through the list.
Yeah, I know.
Scroll down.
Oh wait, no. Oh, never mind.
I haven't forgot anything yet.
Never mind. I found it.
Yes, you did. I haven't forgot anything yet.
Robinson is, what is his name? Michelle something. He was the creative director on Assassin's Creed up until Revelations? Or no, actually, he's been the creative director like the whole time for Assassin's Creed, but he's still, it's kind of unclear what his relationship with Ubisoft is right now, but he's making this game. It's not a Ubisoft game. It's like a new studio like that he made for this game.
Is it being published by Ubisoft?
Wait, no, I'm thinking of Wild.
Yeah,
Robinson is not this.
No.
Yeah, Robinson is the PlayStation VR game with the little Destiny robot with the little Destiny thing.
I thought it looked like a little
all
Wheatley.
you Star Citizen people, it's being made by Crytek. It is the only current, other than Star Citizen, I'm pretty sure it's the only game in development right now with CryEngine.
Crytek or done.
No, it's not. Kingdom Come Deliverance is also.
Oh yeah, you're right. But it looks cool.
It looks.
Dinosaurs.
No, I'm okay with it. Actually, it was kind of.
Dinosaurs are the new zombies, and I'm okay with this.
I was actually kind of okay with the attitude coming out of Mr. Talking Robot sphere thing.
It looked.
And if it's more of like a cool VR experience in the game, which I think that's kind of what it's going to end up being.
There's going to be a lot of those when VR.
I'm actually okay with that. And I know it was going to get old. But before it gets old, if one of the things I can experience before it gets old is dinosaur runaway thing, I'm okay with that.
It reminded me way too much of The Lion King.
How? What?
Stampede and trying to weave your...
No.
On the Sega Genesis...
They don't own Stampedes.
Yes, they do.
You're gonna be
get out of here,
Did
David.
you play? Did you play it on the Sega?
No. You get hit by a Stampede, and you're being run over. You're like, oh, this doesn't like it.
Strike 2, David.
It's cool.
Strike 2. Ignorant statement.
How's that an ignorant statement?
Strike 2. Strike 2.
I thought you were Canadian, man. You're meant to be polite.
Chat. Tell me. Was what David said freaking stupid?
It was pretty stupid.
It's pretty stupid. Tell me.
Makes complete sense.
Also, why do you take the M off? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I'm kind of confused by that.
I can't put it back either.
What? Yeah, you can.
What are you doing?
I can't.
Whoa! Someone went all the...
Whoa! What is? Stop touching things.
What is happening right now?
I don't know.
Okay, hold on.
What have you done?
Ah, ah.
Our list is doing strange things.
Our list? Oh,
The
I'm
list.
not even looking at it.
You're
What
not-
is happening?
The list is doing messed up things,
Okay.
guys.
All right,
Oh.
go check out the trailer for Robinson. There's really not much to go on, but it is the new CryEngine game from Crytek,
Okay,
which is
that's it.
quick comment on that. It's weird because the last game they made was an Xbox exclusive, Rise, and
Which
now
no-
they're
it's
making
not
a
on PC.
PlayStation exclusive.
The thing is, that thing is now on PC. Rise is now on PC, so maybe we'll see that on PC
Yeah.
at some point.
Quite possibly.
Part of
And
me,
seeing as like 90% of their CryEngine development is happening on PC with Star Citizen and Kingdom Deliverance,
also, part of me feels like PC is going to be the true platform for VR. Like Sony will have their Sony one, but
Well, with all the Sony seems to be pushing PlayStation VR pretty hard right now.
and they are, but they're going to have problems when it comes to frame rates and
Well, you
Correct.
what.
The best experience will be the PC.
Have you
everything.
tried PlayStation VR?
Everyone who I've seen has tried it says it's actually fantastic and maybe even better than Oculus.
Fact.
Really?
Yeah, it's they're
keep in
up
mind-
there. It's
keep
the,
in mind that
it's the
test
big three
things-
right now. It's the big.
Keep in
three.
mind, test things don't come to Canada. All I've tried at this point is Oculus version 2.
I was able
Yeah.
to try a Vive briefly.
We'll see what happens.
Anyway.
with, Sony
We'll talk-
and
we'll talk
that,
about-
but
We'll talk about
it's-
VR when we
Yeah.
all go to PAX, probably.
probably. And when VR starts coming
All
out.
right.
Matterfall. What is
Matterfall.
it? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows really what it is.
Is it RTS? It's a first-person shooter. Nobody knows.
It's from the developer. The last game they made was Resogun, which was a launch title for the PS4. It was a cool. I was telling these guys about it earlier.
This is a side
It's
tunnel.
a side-scrolling shoot 'em up, but instead of going on a path, it's around a cylinder, so you're flying around the cylinder. It's cool. If you have a PlayStation, go try it. It's good.
Matterfall. There's a man with a gun and there's crystal monsters, and that's all we know.
Yeah, they like their particle effects. Those people who make that game,
The
they like
particle,
their particle effects a lot.
they looked cool, but
But that was all pre-rendered. That was not.
well,
Yeah,
and
that's pre-rendered.
that's the problem. It gave absolutely no indication of
It told us nothing. We don't know anything about this game.
actual
so-
gameplay.
I
move
don't know. One knows. Drive Club
Club.
bikes.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Um,
Drive Club is a bad video game.
I'm trying to think of something else to say and I can't.
Can we finish with this game?
Sure.
All right.
Move it to the bottom.
Okay.
I think we've already talked about No Man's
We
Sky.
talked about No Man's Sky.
Don't mess with the list.
Boundless.
Boundless.
It's
Is-
totally not another Infinite Miner clone, guys. Totally
Totally
Totally.
not Minecraft. Absolutely not.
not.
What's
Because we have
interesting.
portals, right? Portals.
That being said, go check out the trailer. It looks really good. It's like one of those voxel-based mining crafting games. You know, Minecraft.
Yeah.
It's being made by ArenaNet, which is interesting.
Yeah, they made Guild Wars
Guild Wars
Yep.
and Guild Wars
and Guild Wars.
and Guild
Guild
Wars.
Wars.
But I mean, it might be worth checking out. It looks cool. I wanna
Is
try
it is it PS only?
I don't think so.
Because I could
It might
see
be.
it being.
It might be console exclusive to PS4, but
I could see it being PlayStation because PlayStation does not have Minecraft, correct?
PS3
they
had PS3 as Minecraft. I know that.
It does.
Yep.
Does PS? Okay.
I don't know if PS4 has it yet. But
I think it was planned at one point.
yeah. Anyway,
I could see it being Sony's answer to Minecraft being on Microsoft on Xbox. So
it does look really cool. So
Yep.
definitely go check out that trailer. At the end of the show, I'm gonna post a big master link with all of the trailers, so you guys can check that out. Next game on the list is Riggs. esports.
No, none of those players were Korean, so it's not
you
going
have
to be
to-
an esport. It's not going to be an esport. There's not enough Koreans.
There's not enough Koreans and Swedish people. Swedes.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop while watching that thinking, okay, so there's people in mechs getting shot at with guns, and the people sitting in this open-faced mech are completely okay. There's no chance of them getting hurt. This is like
we don't really know anything about this game at all.
It struck me as wrong.
No, I just thought it looked kind of cool. But the thing is, I know they're going for that esports vibe. The word esports was said, and there's no way
esports.
that like Cloud9 and Tempo Storm and Fnatic are gonna sit down at a PlayStation 4 and play an esport. That is that's not gonna. Guys, just cut the cost. If you want to get the esports, just build a line of esport PCs or something and sponsor people. It's not how you do that. Build a PC game, Sony. You will never ever have esports on console. It's just not going to happen.
It's a fighting game.
And there was another game that I remember playing a few years ago on PC.
That's not really
looked
esports.
like basically the same thing.
It's not like networked multiplayer. That's like a different thing because it's like local.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it looks rigs doesn't
weird.
look good.
It's shiny.
I actually thought it looked okay.
I would be interested in playing that game with a virtual reality headset. Yes.
Yes. And only that.
I want to save
you
this.
mean with the Iron Man face rig,
for
the camera's pointed at your face, and you have the blue box around you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
that was weird.
this next one, I honestly couldn't figure out what it was.
Okay, so there's a game called I think it's called Avicii Vector. It's made by Avicii, the DJ. The guy who brought us such hits as Hey Brother and Levels. And
Okay. Great.
Songs that I don't know. Okay, carry on.
Yeah,
you probably know them, but you don't know that you know them. He's making a music game. It looks like one of those like endless runner. You remember that one game where you were like running through a tunnel and there was like chunks of the tunnel missing and you'd have to like jump and rotate the tunnel.
No.
It was like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that was called, but yeah, I remember that.
It looks like that with spaceships. But basically like the rhythm of the song would like you would have to do things like in time with the song. So it looks interesting, but they didn't really show a lot. Yeah. I'm intrigued, I guess.
Another rhythm game.
All right. Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank.
It totally won't be bad this time, guys. We promise.
Now, that being said,
we promise it won't be bad again.
The most recent Ratchet and Clank game that was on PS3, it came out like literally right when the PS4 launched, was actually really good.
Was that 4-player thing?
No. That one was very bad. And like the first two PS3 Ratchet and Clanks were really good. The last one on PS2 was really bad, and then the first 3 Ratchet and Clanks were very good.
Part of me feels like Ratchet and Clank at this point is kind of like Crash Bandicoot, and it needs to just die.
I will say one of the best multiplayer experiences of my young life was on PS2 playing Ratchet Clank multiplayer on the big island where you had like the tanks and the hovercrafts and like the streams of robots. It was almost like a MOBA kind of in a way. It was pretty cool. I remember that. And, like sneak up and bomb the hell out of people. It was good.
You can say that Ratchet and Clank should just die, but it's not a.
You should just die, David.
It's not a washed out platformer that Crash Bandicoot was. Ratchet and Clank actually is a lot of fun and always has been a lot of fun. What they should do is reboot it, and guess what they're doing?
Rebooting it?
Yeah. It's not Ratchet and Clank 4 or 5 or 10.
It's just called
Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank.
Okay. There's like an animated movie in the works somewhere.
Yeah.
Thing too. So
which
I hope
honestly,
it works.
it should have been a movie a long time ago because that really that universe lends itself to a movie. It looks good. There's freaking space combat in it, which is that sounds awesome.
All right, next.
Gravity Rush 2.
Did anyone here play Gravity Rush?
I did.
You did? I didn't have a Vita, so.
Okay, so basically the gist, it's a weird...
I know what it is. I know what it is.
Yeah, well, this is a podcast, Olvac.
No, it's not.
I don't know what it is.
Don't tell him.
Anyway.
David, take off your headphones. You don't deserve.
It's got one of those, like, convoluted anime plots. Like, it's super Japanese RPG level ridiculousness. But the mechanics of it were really cool. Basically, in order to get from place to place, it's called Gravity Rush for a reason. You basically change where the gravity is coming from. So, like, you look at, like, a building, and you're like, I need to get to that building. So you look, and then you, like, hit a button, and it shifts the gravity, so you fall to the building. And, like, you can do that on the fly. And there was, like, a weird platformer thing. Basically, by shifting gravity is how you would get around. And it was all right, but...
I like that they seemed to actually show some gameplay of it.
Yeah.
It looked platinum as fuck.
Yeah.
Look like Bayonetta. Like, all right, let's put Bayonetta on like a Vita or something. That's what
it did.
I don't know.
But at this point, pretty much everything we've talked about to this point has been like it's been pre-rendered trailers and stuff. Like, this is one of the ones that actually showed something that looked like gameplay, and it looked okay. It's maybe not for me, but at least they're showing something.
Yep.
Right.
There's another game that does that later that we will talk about. Next is Call of Duty Black Ops 3. It's Call of Duty.
Oh god! Oh, it's a totally new game, guys. Trust me.
Totally.
We're gotta kill the people and shoot the guns.
Anything
prestige packs.
Is that it? Is anything new this time around this year?
Call of Duty doesn't do anything new. They'll add a few more Uber.
It's
microtransactions. Microtransactions. The whole new game.
I just
new feature.
Saw this. Headclock confirmed that it's PC and PS4 for Boundless. So
yeah,
cool.
Call of Duty suffered a lot when Infinity Ward went away.
I don't know about that. I say it's got infinitely better.
Really?
It got bad and then it got better.
It got really, really bad.
Infinity Ghost was super bad.
Infinity Ward made one of the best, and then they made all the bad ones.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
they
did.
They made 1, 2, and Modern Warfare.
And Ghosts.
I think that was after the heads of Infinity Ward had been kicked out.
Yeah, but all the programmers are still there.
Yeah, but the programmers aren't the heads. It's the heads that matter.
But
no.
Treyarch made 3, and 3 was a travesty that should never have been called a video game. And then they made World at War, which was horrible, and
and then they made Black Ops, which was honestly one of the better ones.
Yeah.
COD 4 and then Ghost are both the high point and the low point of the series.
But
both
Ghost
made by Infinity Ward.
Yeah, but that's Infinity Ward
consistency.
After it was handicapped.
Strike 3, David. Strike 3. Ignorant.
How's that
statement.
A strike?
Ignorant statement.
It's an accurate statement.
Nope.
Moving on.
Moving on.
No more Call of Duty. All right.
No more Call of Duty.
Sorry,
Battlefront.
It's not Battlefield. It's because it has lasers.
It's a piece of crap.
Oh yeah,
I don't want to talk about Battlefront.
Already cautious. Okay.
I don't care about Battlefront. We talk about Battlefront. I've been Battlefront.
I will go on
like the 2 months. It's just nothing but Battlefront in my face. I don't want it anymore.
I will go on for like 20 minutes if we talk about Battlefront and how much
no more Battlefront.
At the price that they're putting it up, and then at the price that the expansions that are going to come out when the new movie launches.
should be $20.
Yeah, I'd buy it for $20 and then not still not play it probably.
Yeah.
All right, no more.
No more.
Moving on.
Battleborn.
Who cares about that?
Nobody.
What is Battleborn, Jake? Walk us through Battleborn.
It's Gearbox's FPS MOBA thing.
Question: does Battleborn have any chance at all stepping into the same arena as Overwatch?
No.
Why are they trying?
Because it's Gearbox and they don't know anything about anything.
These are the people who put out
Borderlands.
Colonial Marines.
Colonial Marines as well.
Yeah.
Borderlands was good, but didn't they also do Duke Nukem?
Yep.
Yes.
No, the thing is, they also did Colonial Marines.
And Duke Nukem.
Colonial Marines is way worse than Duke Nukem Forever.
They're both bad.
Was functional. Duke Nukem was functional.
Yeah.
And you could pick up your poop in that, so that gets us at least 2 stars in my book.
It had Halo jokes in it.
Yes. It was still horrible.
Battleborn.
Shiver, do you care about Battleborn at all?
No.
I don't think anyone.
Chat, does anyone care about Battleborn?
No.
Is there a single person?
I actually care a lot more about. You know what? Actually, hang on. Fastcard said something very important. Gearbox put out the remastered versions of Homeworld 1 and 2.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They were awesome.
Yeah, and they're also. But the thing is, they didn't make those games. Those games were made.
But they remastered them in the truest sense.
But that's not quite accurate, though. They didn't really remaster it, because if you remember right, they hired the guys who were doing Homeworld Shipbuilders, who were originally doing a Kickstarter that was going to be standalone, but that was the original Homeworld
You're
team.
right. Oh,
They bought it.
You're right.
They hired them and said, "Look, we want to make a Homeworld 3. Can you teach us how to do the
Shiver
remaster thing?"
is completely right.
There.
I remember this because I was at the PAX panel when they announced it. I remember this.
Why do you go to those Gearbox PAX panels? They're the worst.
Because someone told me there's something. I don't know. I don't know why.
They're the worst.
I've only ever been to one. No, I've been to one, and that one time was the Homeworld announcement. So I was like, you know what?
You know what?
All right.
You picked the right one.
Yeah.
The next Gearbox game that matters is going to be the Borderlands MMO that they're going to announce, and then we're done with Gearbox.
What? Insider information. What?
The next Borderlands is probably going to end up being an MMO.
No.
Where is this information coming from?
I think that's completely
Borderlands 2.
Wait, it's just speculation?
What?
Complete speculation based on Borderlands 2.
You can't just say shit like that.
No, that's
it's the only thing that makes sense.
No, it don't. No.
Strike 4.
No.
Strike 4. You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
Go home. Go home.
We'll see what happens.
Just for that.
Can we replace it with the beef, please? Can we just get the beef in here?
Oh, I want to do the next game. The next game is what I'm ready to
I'm replacing you with this.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
No, there's nothing to indicate that. If any, even the public perception of Borderlands has been going way down.
Yep.
There was a big backlash against Borderlands 2, even though Borderlands 2 was wildly successful and I quite liked it. There's quite a vocal group that didn't like it.
Even more against the
I want more of this stuff.
pre-sequel.
Yeah, the pre-sequel, and then what there was 2 Borderlands games that came out after 2, right?
No, you know what?
No, pre-sequel.
They've already announced Borderlands 3.
1, 2,
I
and
remember
pre-sequel.
this.
Did they?
Yeah. They said they're working. They said they're hiring people to work on it right now.
Borderlands 3. No. Borderlands 3 not coming soon, says Gearbox CEO.
Yeah, but it's happening. They're hiring
Of course it's
people to do
happening.
it.
The only quote. No, you're wrong now, Jake. The only quote relative to Borderlands 3 is a guy saying it's not happening anytime soon. How do you infer it's happening by some guy saying, yeah, we're not gonna do that?
Incorrect.
Right now.
Here's the article.
Bullshit.
Here's the article. Putting it in chat and putting it in this chat.
Bullshit.
Yes, we are live, Cage Geek. Hi. Gearbox is hiring for Borderlands 3. On Twitter, Gearbox chief Randy Pitchford called on developers to apply to work on the next Borderlands game. This tweet came following a tease during a panel discussion at PAX South over the weekend. This was in January, which means it was after the pre-sequel came out.
And then in July, Borderlands 3 is not coming soon, says Gearbox CEO Randy
Look
Pitchford.
at my article. My article is more up to date.
But it's still happening. They're hiring people to make it.
It's just not coming soon.
It's not coming soon, so don't expect it in the next year or two.
Yeah, the two articles don't contradict each other.
They're not mutually exclusive.
It depends on how you define... It depends on how you define soon. There will almost certainly be more Borderlands, but we need to figure out what that is. I don't even know if it's Borderlands 3.
You should have supported me more.
Beef.
Hey!
Yeah!
Beef! So much beef.
You're strike 5, David. I hate you.
I'm reading the quote from the article you linked.
You.
There are people working on Borderlands things for the future at Gearbox, but we haven't announced anything yet. They haven't even said it's Borderlands 3. They've said nothing.
Announced. Look, how you're saying, oh, they're working on an announced game. They haven't said that.
They said we're recruiting for the next Borderlands. This is the big one.
David, it's all fine. Jeez, it's good.
Anyway. Forget you, Gearbox. We spent too much time on you. You suck. Randy Pitchford is an ignorant poopy head. Battlezone. Battlezone. Battlezone.
I've played every single one of those. They are amazing.
Yeah. VR. It's VR Battlezone.
Have they made any announcement?
Sure, David.
PC.
For me to turn you back, I need one thing from you. I need you to say Jason.
How long?
Just a good one. Doesn't have to be super long.
Jason.
There we go. Now
Press
now the face
the
face matched the Jason.
The Jason? You're referring to that as the Jason now.
The Jason.
Jason.
That's what I'm gonna...
Press X to Jason.
Quick, print screen.
Other things that's going to happen to that.
Heavy Rain is a bad video game.
Anyway.
Thank you.
Anyway.
Moving on.
Battlezone.
All right, so
talk about it, Novak.
It's simple. I mean,
no.
Tank shooting shit. The tank shooting other tanks.
Shiv, what is your experience with Battlezone?
Oh god, I was playing it on an Atari 2600. That's a console. That's a console made out of wood.
It is.
Seriously
made out of wood.
It was amazing. Some really good hours of my childhood spent just sat there, little square pixels shooting other little square pixels. And then they remade it! And it was 3D. You were a guy in a tank, and the tank, you were building a base, but you were a guy as a tank, and you could get in other vehicles while you're building a base. And then they made another thing. Oh god. More of that. PC, modern, VR, when? Give me, now.
It's like, there's no other response other than like, yeah, I'll take that, please. More VR Battlezone?
Do you know what works really well in VR? Sitting in a vehicle.
Yeah. There is no way that there's no.
Literally,
there's no way.
I am with Giant Bomb on this. They made Battlezone. All we need is Mech Warrior for VR, and that's it. That's all we need. I'm saying,
look, the way. So let's say the HTC Vive, right? A giant mech is the perfect thing for a small room that you can walk around with controls and stuff, and you can look out and stuff. It's the perfect it's a perfect game because you have a small room, but like the room is moving.
Did any of you play when VR came around in the early 90s? Because that was basically you basically had mechs or an airplane, and the mechs in VR were it was just rectangle versus rectangle. But yeah, modern day Mech Warrior in VR. Yeah,
I'd be okay with this.
Yeah,
Hawken is really great in VR.
Yeah, I'm talking about something bigger. Like, what if you had your whole room with like the lighthouse thing? Yeah, and like the whole room was like your cockpit, but I'm talking about a huge mech, and you have to like run around and hit switches and do knobs and stuff. And if it was multiplayer, like you could have like you're doing multiple tasks and stuff like. But your room, you look out the window, and that's like your
BattleTech.
Yeah.
BattleTech. That'd be great.
BattleTech would be
Okay
cool.
with this.
Well, BattleTech's coming.
BattleTech's
Warriors.
BattleTech's like not gonna be an action game though.
No, it's
Oh
it's
yeah,
an
I totally forgot that there's a new BattleTech game.
There's a new
coming out.
BattleTech. It made $2.25
Made a
$2.25
lot of
million
money.
out of two. They were looking for 250 grand. They made 2 million more than they were looking for, and it's still going up.
Yeah.
And there's 71 hours to go in their Kickstarter.
Yeah, and like the last like couple days of Kickstarter are always like the best ones.
Yep.
BattleTech.
Did
Turn
any
based.
of you get in?
I kickstarted that.
Nope.
Yeah.
I actually didn't.
It's
did
still up for Kickstart. You can still still do
Maybe.
it.
They've really
No, no.
I'm about to drop
buy-in.
like $200 on Fallout and
Yeah.
and StarCraft.
Oh, yeah, but-
so
It's a reasonable buy-in price, $25. It's not much.
The only thing they haven't hit yet is PvP multiplayer.
All right,
But
we're
like-
on-
I think that made it in. I think I got an email about that last night. I think that's
No.
in now.
No, they're not at 2.5 mil yet.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
It's,
All right,
that's their last.
all right.
we're on a tangent.
Next game.
Yep.
I'm going to talk about this one for a little bit.
Okay.
Do it.
Yeah.
Again, this is not a limited to 2-hour show, so there's a game.
There is a game.
There's a game coming out. It's called Horizon Zero Dawn, and it is 100% my most anticipated game. 100%. Please go watch the E3 2015 trailer. Oh, everyone, all developers, if you're listening to this, that is how you make a freaking trailer right there. That is how you do it. Full, beautiful cinematics, establishing the setting, establishing the characters a little bit, like establishing the world, and then just seamless, flawless transition into gameplay.
That is so important. It's the
Oh, it was so good. It was literally like a cutscene, and then the camera just pans around, and then you're just there. You're in it. Oh, okay.
it
So-
was genuinely beautiful.
So Horizon Zero Dawn is a third-person character action game from Guerrilla Games. They are the developer behind Killzone. It takes place in the distant future, and it's what I like to call a post-apocalyptic game. So basically, the apocalypse happened. I think the gist of it is like basically the Earth got EMP'd and everything technological just died out, and then like people started dying, society collapsed, all that good stuff. Plants and things have overgrown everything, and the Earth is starting to recover, basically. And basically, it's reverted to like cavemen. All the way down from like small tribes to like huge like tribal empires. And you play, I forget the character's name, but she's a hunter and she's trying to survive in the world. Now, the wildlife in the world are mechanized animals of various sizes. The developers were talking about this, and like one of the creatures, it's freaking massive. It's probably like
It's
50 to
it's
75
Mechagodzilla.
feet long.
It's
And-
Mechagodzilla.
They were talking about it, and there are 93 points on it that can come off and be damaged. Individual points. And it's basically Monster Hunter, but a character action game, a bit less strategic.
Can I say what the like the scenario kind of reminds me a lot of?
Sure.
Enslaved.
Oh, yes! Yes! I love that game.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
that
does
game
it
was
not remind you
so
of
good.
Enslaved?
Yes,
Like,
exactly that.
Have I redeemed myself now?
Yes. Oh, I love that game so much.
Yeah, it's enslaved with an updated gameplay for
Oh,
yeah.
well, It's enslaved with more combat.
Yes, but it looks so much like Enslaved. The environments that they showed off were Enslaved.
Yeah,
really.
And what's really cool is like the combat's definitely going to be a lot of strategy. It is a character action game, but like you can kill the creature you want, or basically you're using a bow and you have a full range of arrows to use. There's regular arrows, there's explosive arrows, and the most interesting ones are the ones that shoot like high tensile like steel cables. So you can like tie the like you shoot the creature and the arrow attaches to them, and then you like shove a stake in the ground. And then you can like after you do it like a few times, the creature can't move, and then they'll just like fall over, and then you can like kill the creature or do whatever you want.
Have your way with it.
And then like there was one sequence where your character would set up like trip wires. So she would like put an explosive like on a tree, and then set the trigger to one of the cables between two trees. And then what she would do is she moved like next to the trap, and then shoot an explosive arrow behind the creature she was hunting, which scared them into the trap. So instead of only getting like maybe one with the explosive arrow, she got the entire herd by luring them into the trap. So there's going to be lots of hunting elements, which is really awesome. But it's one of the most unique looking games I've ever seen, especially in its art direction and its worlds, and it's incredible. Like
I want to see more of what there is involved, because the hunting looked really cool, but like what else are they going to be including in it? And I'm sure we'll see more of that at some point.
E3
but
2016, I bet we're going to see more.
Devious Furball has a question that I kind of want to answer.
Well, okay. We are covering console games right now because the news this week was from the Sony press conference.
Yeah.
So we cover all games. We were literally just talking about freaking Squad a second ago. So we cover all games on this show. We're platform.
I'm bloody quiet about it because I don't even own a console.
Neither do I. But I still really, really want.
It's important to talk about all games.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I really want Horizon Zero Dawn. Like it looks very good. I want that game a lot.
It looks incredible. I'm so excited for that game.
It reminds me of it reminds me of Enslaved. It reminds me a tiny bit of The Last of Us. It reminds me of so many other things that I really, really liked, and the mecha animal things it's just
they're beautifully designed. Like it's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like those creatures before.
The only problem I had for it was the two Tyrannosaurus Rex things that ran by had the same breaking points in the same places, but it's early. That's just me nitpicking. Yeah. But like it looks really good.
That's
really good.
PS4 for Detroit and Horizon. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say on it. Please, I'm gonna link the trailer.
Yeah, link the trailer because that trailer is amazing.
It's like watch it just as an example of a good video game trailer, because more developers really, really need to follow Horizon's example on this because it's amazing.
You have to show some gameplay. I think the best reveal.
Show both. Do what they did and show both.
But here's my thing. I think the best reveal in recent times was actually Fallout 4. Like Fallout 4 did their reveal better than I think any other game has done. They revealed it, they showed trailer, gameplay, and a release date at the same time. Like they just
they're Bethesda though.
I know, and not everyone can do that. But like that to me was the epitome of a game trailer.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
It was outstanding.
But yeah, so
we've only got one more to cover.
Yep, go check that out. So we got one more game, and this game also looks freaking ridiculous. Dolvac, do you want to talk about this insane game?
They showed off Wild. So
Wild is the game from the guy who I was talking about before, Michelle, whatever his name is. He used to work for Ubisoft, or still does.
God, if I have to climb like a tree to unlock my map, I'm not gonna be happy.
Welcome to Assassin's Creed prehistory.
No, not Assassin's Creed.
What if it is an Assassin's Creed game?
Oh my god!
It looks like Assassin's Creed prehistory.
No. You're a freaking shaman that, like, it takes control of animals.
All right, so
you get up to the top of a tower in Assassin's Creed, and the eagle.
Whatever.
Yeah.
This trailer starts off, and then here's the thing: they said you're playing the shaman class. So I am assuming that means that there's other classes, but they did not go into that. But
interesting.
It's weird because they show off some very specific things that you would assume this game is built around. But if you can't, I don't know. So anyway, playing as the shaman class, and you're like, oh, your tribe mate got poisoned, and you have like your wolf hat on, and you go out, and you wave a stick around, and you take over a bird. You like mind control a bird for a while. And I don't think it was very clear if you turned into the bird or if you just took control of a bird. Because
I think you take control of the bird.
Yeah, and then like you go grab a snake, and then you grab the snake, and then you call a bear, and you go ride the bear, and
the bear.
Then you go fuck up some cannibals for a while, right?
So you're playing as a Canadian,
and then you go, and then a gigantic snake goddess comes out of the water, and she's like, "Sup?" And you're like, and she's like, "Yeah, go fucking get out of here." And,
okay, so it's
happens.
Monday for a Canadian.
And that happens. And then, and that's it. And I still don't know what the fuck this game is.
I don't know. It looks awesome, though. I don't care.
I play it. And at one point, you're a rabbit, and the rabbit's like...
Stealth rabbits! Stealth rabbits!
And here's the thing. So, like, he became the rabbit to invade this, like, cannibal's camp to see what was up and what was going on there.
Wait.
So does that
turning
mean
into a rabbit to go into a cannibal's camp?
Yeah.
A cannibal's not going to eat a rabbit.
No, I know.
That's not a human. That's not my diet.
It's like, just like, oh yeah, all cannibals hate rabbit. Oh, let me tell you something.
I can't have that. I'm on a diet. Love.
It's bad for my hair. It's what's my rabbit.
Once you've gone human, you don't go back.
Oh, that'll go straight to my thighs if I eat that rabbit.
I know. It's lean. I was like, what? This is okay. I'm not sure with the logic here, but okay. Yeah. And then there was a snake goddess who hung out for a while.
Yeah.
And this all started in a treehouse, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't really understand.
I think the summation is WTF.
Yeah.
There's some animal shit that went down, and then you rode a bear, and there was a snake lady, and there was a rabbit, and there was also a snake. Okay. I don't know.
Go watch the trailer for this madness.
And it seemed to be open world.
It's from the guy who did Assassin's Creed. You can assume that it's open world. You can assume that there's
that's not
things to collect.
That's not a safe assumption. Never.
But after the trailer, and didn't they say that there's a huge giant world you can go anywhere in?
I don't.
They said that.
I don't believe anyone.
I think they mean outdoors. There's a huge giant
open world.
You can go out there.
Not here, but
outside.
Yeah.
I don't go outside.
I'm gonna post. That's about it for Wild.
Yeah.
Honestly, we don't really know anything about it. What I'm gonna do right now in the chat,
mental.
Right there, that link right here. It's called Wild. Eric McKetton. Wild. We said it really fast before.
Well, it's wild. Oh yeah.
That link there will get you all the trailers for every single game that we just talked about on the show. So,
it's mental. Oh my god! Like what? Oh, we didn't talk about the shark in the water game.
The shark.
What is that called? What's it called?
I don't know.
Shark out of the water or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a game where you roll down the hill, and you're a shark.
Yep.
You're a shark rolling down the hill.
I'm not even lying.
I didn't see that one. I got to admit, I didn't see that one.
You're just rolling down a hill. That's what you do, and you it's kind of like one of those goat simulator games. I think like the goal is to like get into the lake at the end.
License to Gill.
And with that, I think we're gonna call it a show.
It was a something.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us on this second episode of the Beefcast. Real quick, we have a code to give away for all of you who have stuck it out. If any of you would like a code for Total War Arena, what should I make them do?
Jumping jacks.
No, I can't.
Cleaning for a
verify
week.
that. I can't verify that. Give me a good animal pun. First one to make me laugh gets a code.
So it's got to be great.
Yeah, not you, Shiver. Not you.
You said pun. I can't help myself. Yes, I think I have a serious problem.
Yeah. So, go ahead and
We'll be talking about Total War Arena next week.
yeah, now that we have our hands on it, we're gonna give it a shot, and then we're gonna talk about it next week. But if you'd like to join us, give me your best animal pun, and I have a Steam key for you for the closed alpha.
We'll also be talking a bit about the DRM stuff and piracy a tiny bit next week, right? Yeah.
I am also probably gonna check out Descent for next week.
I should do that as well.
I have it here.
I might go check out that other.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do?
Thing.
Do you know what's a game I never got around to that I really actually want to play, and now I have a good excuse? Wasteland 2. I'm gonna check that game out and see how that goes.
I wanted to play that, but I just didn't.
Should we tell people that they can recommend things for us to check out?
Yes. If you have any recommendations for
Topics.
For topics or games for us to check out, please let us know. We can't promise you that we will check it out, but we might.
We'll try.
Just harass us on Reddit or something.
Reddit.
What did
Twitter,
the dog say to the tree,
INN.
Headclot? What did the dog say to the tree? Tell me. If it's good, you get a Steam key for Total War Arena.
Because you're the only one.
Tell me.
Oh, I know that one.
Of course you do, Shiver.
Of course you do, Shiver.
It's good that way.
But yeah. So join us next week for Beefcast, same time, same place. If you didn't know, it's every Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 11:30 a.m. Pacific Time.
It'll be up on Wednesday.
Regional equivalent.
You'll be able to watch it on Wednesday.
This show, if you missed part of it, you can watch the whole thing on our YouTube.
Oh God, Headclot,
Wednesday.
that's terrible.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Oh, what did the dog say to the tree? Bark.
Shut up. Just give him the key and then ban him.
Oh, that's rough.
I'll give you know what, Headclot. You know what? You got us in touch with the freaking
Headclot, you're disgusting.
You missed out.
Infinity Battlescape developers. So
You missed out a Back to the Future reference there.
Oh, yeah.
You said, why don't you make like a
what
tree
we
and
forgot
leave?
to do, full disclosure, we got a key for Infinity Battlescape, and that's how we got to play it. So
Yes.
full disclosure on that. Totally forgot. I am very sorry. I'm usually on top of that stuff. Mr. Headclot, here is your key.
I will
You're
say
welcome.
I did also back Infinity Battlescape.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I did not. I
did
might.
not.
I might. It actually doesn't look like the Kickstarter's going to make it right now.
They've got 19 days, and they've got a bit under half
Do you
to
want
go.
to link that Kickstarter again in the chat?
Yeah, I think I will.
All right, so quick housekeeping. Once again, join us for a regular episode of Inverse the Verse, where you take your questions about Star Citizen, about INN, about anything, really. Tuesdays, right here, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and your regional equivalent.
And actually, if you want to if you want to watch me try and play Battlescape, I'm gonna try and stream, do an Eris hour on Monday of Battlescape.
Same time,
9 p.m. Eastern.
Yep. You're welcome, Headclot. We love you.
We'll talk about Total War Arena next week.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that game next week, Total War Arena. And we'll probably check out some other stuff. This is the lull before the Fallout storm.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, are we just gonna have a Fallout special where
we're gonna talk about
Fallout?
We're gonna talk about Fallout for like.
Are we gonna be able to talk about anything else?
I'll talk
Probably
about StarCraft. I like StarCraft.
No. Yeah, it'll be StarCraft. Jake, sometime before Fallout, let's play StarCraft.
Yep.
All right.
We'll do. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Again, if you missed part of the show, you can check it out on YouTube, and you can check it out on our SoundCloud and iTunes, hopefully, on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Keep an eye out for last week's Inverse. That should be up today. All right, guys, thank you so much. We will see you next time.
See you in the verse.
Bye.
What? Don't say that.
I say that.
See you in the meat.
See you in the meat.
See you in the middle of a giant cow?
Sure. Yep.
We'll meet halfway.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Meet you.
We'll meet halfway.
Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.
This is a rare opportunity to just say goodbye.
Oh, no. That's it. We're done.